I look back towards Natsuki to see that she hasn't even touched her food. Natsuki, you should eat. I mean, you must be at least a little hungry after all that.
It's not that. I'm starving.
She then raises her head in my direction, her black eye staring straight through me. It's a stark reminder of the hell she's been through. I grimace at the thought.
I just don't feel like I'm free, Hallie. I'm afraid he'll find a way to take me back.
Natsuki takes a deep breath.
I just feel so useless. I've only ever been mean to you, Hallie. Even though you actually care about me.
Natsuki's face begins to form a much more melancholic expression. It looks as if she's holding something back. I feel so sorry for her. When it comes to how her father treats her, I'm left more confused than angry. What sort of person would even consider doing that to someone, let alone their own daughter? What sort of sick mindset justifies such a thing? But hey, Parfait Girls is safe.
Yeah, there's that at least. That was the first manga I ever bought for myself, you know. It was also the first manga I ever got to read with someone else, too.
That'd be me, I take it.
Duh. Dummy. No one else was ever interested in what I liked. And when you joined the club, I thought that was going to be the same. But it wasn't. You cared. You actually took the time to like it. That's never happened to me before. I liked that. Even if I didn't show it. But now I keep on doubting as to whether it was worth it. 17 years. And only one person I can call a good friend. Don't get me wrong or anything, the club members are nice. Yet, I still don't feel they actually care. Not as much as you. But now I'm thinking.
Natsuki then starts to mumble, I'm barely able to hear what she says.
Maybe he was right. Maybe I should just grow up.
I interrupt her before she continue. Hey. Natsuki looks a bit scared by my sudden change in tone, but at least it managed to get her attention.
Yeah?
It's not stupid to have an interest in something. You remember why you wrote, what was it called? Amy Likes Spiders? Because you thought people shouldn't judge others for their interests. And if I recall correctly, you actually said that those people were the stupid ones. Am I wrong? A sigh escapes me. You're a good person, Natsuki. And you have a unique perspective on things. It's why you and I get along. But, dang it, I pushed the button to advance it, and the text appeared just as I was pushing. An awkward silence permeates the room. Did I upset her? I certainly hope not. Or should I try to say anything else?
Huh.
Natsuki gives me a light shove.
Dummy.
Eh?
You used my own poem against me. That's no fair.
Relief is just about the only thing I feel right now. I'm just glad that I finally got through to her. Even if it may only be for a short while. Hey, speaking of Parfait Girls...
Yeah?
Well, it's safe upstairs. I went ahead and put it in the spare room earlier.
So I saw.
Up for continuing where we left off? She smiles faintly.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'll just finish this before we do.
She points towards the soup on the table that's more than likely lukewarm by now. Yeah, of course. I'll get a blanket and some snacks set up. That sound good?
Yeah, sure.
I walk to one of the cupboards where there should hopefully be some snacks available. Crisps. Bingo. I'll be waiting up in the spare room, alright? Natsuki takes a seat at the table and grabs the spoon.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
I walk up the stairs and head towards the spare room, reflecting on the past couple days. All the stress that has accumulated in me has drained me. Despite my fatigue, I'd love nothing more than to stay up and read with Natsuki. We could use a distraction to ease our minds. I enter the room and begin to get everything set up. With everything in its right place and the blanket laid over me, I sit down on the sofa and wait for Natsuki to arrive. The blanket is large enough to wrap around us both, thankfully, so things probably won't be too awkward between us. This gives me time to breathe a little, which I'm grateful for. I grab the Parfait Girls volume and begin to stare at the cover. I let out a light chuckle, remembering when I first really got to talk to her. She was definitely the most difficult to get a good understanding of out of all the club members. Fortunately for me, however, we found common ground with our interest in manga. She's actually really nice once you get past the initial barriers, that is, which makes it hurt even more to hear what she's had to endure. Finished with my recollection, I lay the volume of manga beside me, close my eyes, and unwind for the first time in days. Yet before I know it, I hear the door creak open and a faint giggle emanating from the doorway.
You look comfy.
I decide to play along with her more joyful attitude. Well, I certainly feel comfortable. Want to hop in and find out for yourself? I only just realized that what I said probably sounds really weird. Even if I know that the blanket's big enough, I still can't help but feel like an absolute creep saying that to her.
Huh, you bet.
She then slides under the covers of the blanket with me. I guess she either didn't think it was weird at all or simply didn't care. Either way, I feel more at ease around her, even if it's only for the time being.
You got the volume, right?
I sure do. I grab the manga laying next to me and show it to Natsuki. What's up?
This is gonna sound really stupid, but would it be okay if I hold it? Just for a bit.
Without hesitation, I offer her the volume of manga. Of course. Natsuki's eyes light up as her face glows red. She takes the manga from my lending hand and holds it close to her chest.
Wait, do you actually like it?
Well, yeah. Why else do you think I offered to keep the collection here?
I don't know. I thought you were just trying to be nice or something.
Really? What made you think that?
I don't know. It's not like I can read your mind, dummy.
She giggles a little bit. It's good to hear her laugh. But just as soon as it happens, her smile disappears. She speaks up once more.
I'm sorry, Hallie.
Eh? I'm completely lost. Why is she apologizing? If I had to guess, I assume it has something to do with her issues at home. Natsuki, there's nothing to be sorry about. There's nothing else that you could have done to stop the... well...
No, it's not that I'm apologizing for... it's not that I'm apologizing for...
Not what I'm apologizing? Oh, it's not that I'm apologizing. Okay. It's how you say that.
It's what I said earlier. About being mean to you. You're probably one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I just treated you like crap. And this might sound incredibly stupid, but even though I've only known you for about a week, you're probably one of the best friends I've ever had.
She places the book down once more and suddenly pulls me into an embrace, burying her face into my chest.
So, thanks, Hallie. Again.
I wrap my arms around her, returning her hug. Neither of us exchange a single word, as a peaceful silence fills the room. Several minutes pass in an instant, with Natsuki in my arms, but eventually she lets go and looks away.
Sorry about that. I just needed to get that off my chest, I guess.
It's fine, Natsuki. And, I'm glad to know that I mean that much to you. Her face practically glows red after I say that.
So, I guess we should read Parfait Girls now.
Yeah, I'd like that. Natsuki retrieves the second volume and eagerly opens it to the first page. Now that I've read a decent portion of the manga, I can finally joke and talk with her about certain characters, situations, and setups for different arcs. It's really nice to talk with her like this. It's been just over an hour, and I'm already knackered. I set the second volume down and turn to Natsuki. Hey, you want to call this a night? Natsuki looks toward me and speaks groggily.
Yeah.
We get up from the sofa and proceed to tidy things up. Hey, do you want me to set up the room so that it should be more comfortable?
Nah, I think I got it from here. Plus, you're bound to mess something up.
Hey, what happened to you being nice?
Dummy, I never said anything about being nice. I apologize for being mean.
I shake my head and sigh in an over-exaggerated fashion. Whatever you say, Nat. Anyway, I guess this is good night then?
Yeah, see you tomorrow, Hallie.
You too. Rest well. I close the door to the spare room and stagger my way towards the bathroom. Exhausted as all hell, I jump into my bed. Unfortunately, even when I try to go to sleep, I can only wonder what will happen to Natsuki. When it comes to her safety, I can only hope that everything will work out. I hope that no one will notice our absence tomorrow. I hope that her father will face justice as he rightly deserves. I hope she can finally live a happy life free from abuse. I hope. Oh, everybody hoped, MC. Act 2. All I Need. Friday, 29th of September. Ah! Eh? Oh. It wasn't real. It wasn't real, Hallie. Pull yourself together. Calm. Calm. I pull the covers off me, turn to get my feet onto the ground, and pinch the bridge of my nose. Ugh. My head feels like it's about to explode. I'll probably have to take some painkillers or something, and I'm in desperate need of some water. Guess I have to get up then. I slowly stand up from where I was sitting and head to open the bedroom door. I stop for a moment, noticing my clothes from the night before lying in front of me. I reach down and pick them up. Might as well bring these down for the wash. As soon as I exit the room, my stomach growls like a wild animal. Probably because the last thing I ate was a bag of crisps. We really need to get some groceries today. My legs quiver as I attempt to walk down the stairs. As I reach the bottom, a certain pink-haired girl catches my eye, laying on one of the living room couches.
Hey!
Hi. Her bruise, despite being glaringly noticeable, has healed somewhat, though not by much. As for herself, she looks like she's trying not to nod off to sleep.
What you got there?
Some clothes for the washing machine. You got anything that needs to go into?
I might have some, yeah. I'll grab them in a bit.
Cool. So, you came down here? Is there something up with the spare room, or...? Natsuki yawns, stretching her arms past her head momentarily.
No. I was hoping to see if there was something I could put on the TV. Some background noise. But there's never anything good on. And, well, I just kind of stuck around.
Because you'd already started melting into the couch?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit.
She sluggishly outstretches her arms once more.
Before you ask, no, I haven't slept. Well, I got a bit. Like half an hour. But that's hardly...
Do you want to talk about it?
No need. I think you can already guess.
Yeah. Dubious on how to comfort her, I hesitantly place a hand on her shoulder. She looks up at me and smiles weakly. We stay as we are for a minute or two, no words exchanged between us. We're too enveloped in each other's company to do anything but savor the moment. Before long, though, Natsuki speaks up.
I'm still trying to process this, you know? I know I've already said it, but it's just so surreal to me. You just asked me for clothes to put in the washing machine, like it's the most natural thing in the world. Like I already live here.
She sits up, swinging her legs off the couch to right herself. Well, you do.
I know, that's the weird part. But hey, since I am, I might as well chip in with the chores, right? So I'll take care of the dirty clothes.
You sure? I'm perfectly fine,
I'm sure. I want to help out.
Well, that's relieving to hear.
Just put them down by here or something.
She motions towards the coffee table.
I'll go get my load, then get them all in the machine. Sound good?
Sounds good to me. I dump the dirty clothes on the table. She stretches out to grab the television remote from the table and turns it on. Pressing the home button, she opens the eponymous tab, checking the time. Just past 10:30. You mean 10:30?
Dad would have gone straight to work at like 7. He doesn't usually check on me in the mornings, so he may not know yet.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you kind of left... Well, no, the bedsheet fell down. I guess I wouldn't have left a pillow on the curb either. Well, that's a relief.
Yeah. As for later... crap, I don't know. Guess we'll have to do as you said. Just wait it out.
Yeah. Boop. Hi, Sayori. You said something there.
Ollie, what are you still doing here? Oh my gosh, Natsuki! What the heck happened to you? And what are you doing here? Sayori, please calm down. It's a long story.
Natsuki looks towards me for guidance while Sayori is fixated on her eye. I can tell what she's thinking. Bullshit excuse or tell the truth. Before I get the chance to respond, Natsuki seemingly makes up her mind, sighing.
Okay, Sayori. You can tell absolutely no one about this. Not Monica, or Yuri, or your parents, or anyone else. Please. Okay. It's... My dad, Last night, we got into an argument. Something trivial. I think it was about the TV remote or something. I called him I probably shouldn't repeat it. And he threw the remote at me. Hit me square in the eye. Sayori, don't take it the wrong way. He's never laid a finger on me before. He just freaked out, I guess. I mean, I still wasn't gonna take a second more of that shit, so I came here. And Hallie's, well, he's been kind enough to let me crash for a while. Until the dust settles, I guess.
Okay, then. Her eyes plead with me to go along with the story. No choice but to get caught up in the lie. Sayori stands shocked, utterly speechless in the face of this new information. Natsuki lets out a small chuckle in an attempt to diffuse the tension, but it does little to quell her concern.
Natsuki!
Sayori's eyes dart between Natsuki and I, trying to fully comprehend what she's just heard. She reaches out to put a hand on Natsuki's shoulder, but Natsuki flinches. Sayori yanks her hand back. She opens her mouth to say something, but can't get any words out. This is a lot for her. The silence is unbearable. I feel myself tensing up. My heart is racing. Finally, Natsuki ends the silence.
So, yeah.
Natsuki trails off, having nothing else to say.
What?
Sayori brings Natsuki into a close hug. Natsuki winces a bit, but returns the embrace.
I'm so sorry. I'm glad you stood up for yourself. Well, I wasn't gonna lay down and accept it now, was I?
Sayori lets go of Natsuki and sighs.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I just walked right in. It's not your fault. Anyone would want an explanation seeing me like this. It's why I'm avoiding school today. Last thing I want is for the others to worry. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Sayori's voice trails off as her dejected eyes look to me. It's obvious she feels helpless to do anything for Natsuki. I step in to try and give her some peace of mind. Natsuki is safe, and right now that's all that matters. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Sayori's expression softens as some of her worry dissipates.
Promise?
I promise, we won't keep you in the dark. A sigh of relief escapes her. But again, no one else can know about this.
I know, Hallie, I won't tell a soul.
Thank you, Sayori, that means a lot.
If you guys ever need anything, I'm always ready to help.
For a brief moment, she flashes a sincere smile before turning back towards the door.
I'm really sorry, but I have to get to school. I missed my first lesson, so... Oh, yeah, of course. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, Sayori. See you later. Sayori dashes out the front door, closing it gently on the way out.